Welcome to Little Hearts for Jesus, where children will learn stories of the Bible, saints, moral stories, and many other wonderful things. Please like and click to subscribe.
Welcome, Super Explorers. Hello, little friends. Today we travel back to Bible times to meet a very special woman named Mary Magdalene. She lived long ago in a sunny town by the sparkling sea, where the waves crashed gently on the shore and the salty air smelled fresh and exciting. But Mary's heart was full of sadness because she was troubled by 7 mean spirits that made her feel scared and all alone. Can you imagine feeling like that? But guess what, little friends? Jesus was about to become her very best friend forever. Close your eyes tight and picture a bright sunny day by the water. Can you hear the waves splashing? Can you feel the warm sand between your toes? What do you think it feels like to have a friend who changes everything and makes you smile big and brave? Let's find out together on this amazing adventure. Mary Magdalene walked slowly through the busy market one bright morning, feeling very lonely and scared inside. The colorful stalls were full of fruits and fish, and people whispered about her as she passed by, making her wonder if anyone would ever truly care about her or be her friend. Her feet felt heavy on the dusty ground, and her eyes looked down at the ground. Then she heard wonderful stories about a kind teacher named Jesus who loved everyone, even people who felt lost and sad, just like her. Her heart began to beat faster and faster with a tiny spark of hope that grew bigger and bigger like a warm light. Think about a time you felt all alone, little friends. How would it feel if someone super special noticed you, smiled at you, and said you are loved no matter what? Wouldn't that make your heart jump with joy? When Mary finally met Jesus face to face, he looked at her with eyes full of the brightest love, like sunshine after a storm, and he gently told all the bad spirits to leave her right away. In one amazing, magical moment, Mary felt light and happy for the very first time ever. The heavy darkness was gone like a bad dream disappearing, and she smiled the biggest, brightest smile that lit up her whole face. Jesus had become her hero, her helper, and her forever friend who made everything new and wonderful. How do you think Mary felt when she realized Jesus could heal her heart and chase away all the scary things? Can you picture her jumping up and down with excitement? Let's cheer for Jesus together. From that happy day on, Mary Magdalene chose to follow Jesus everywhere he went on his big adventures. She walked along dusty roads under the hot sun, listened carefully to his wonderful stories about God's amazing love, like a shepherd finding a lost sheep or seeds growing into strong plants, and she helped other kind women who traveled with him too. Mary gave her money and her time to make sure everyone had yummy food to eat and gentle care when they felt tired. Mary wasn't just a helper, she was Jesus' special best friend who stayed close no matter what happened, through rain or shine, laughs or tears. Isn't that the best kind of friendship ever, little explorers? Mary watched with wide eyes full of wonder as Jesus healed sick children and made blind people see the beautiful world again. She laughed out loud when he told funny stories about sheep getting lost and seeds that grew tall and strong. Every single night she thanked God with a happy heart that Jesus was her true friend who never left her side. Her life had turned into the greatest adventure full of miracles and giggles and love. What adventure would you like to have if Jesus were walking right beside you today, holding your hand and showing you amazing things? Would you run, sing, or explore the whole wide world together? One terrible Friday, everything changed in a big, sad way. Mary stood bravely at the foot of the cross while Jesus died, even though it was scary and the wind blew hard. Tears rolled down her cheeks like little rivers, but she did not run away at all. She stayed because real friends stay even when it hurts the most inside. The sky grew dark and stormy, and Mary's heart felt broken like a toy that needed fixing. Can you imagine how hard it was to stay when she loved him so very much? Take a deep breath with me, little friends, and feel how brave Mary was being for her best friend. After Jesus was buried in a quiet garden tomb filled with pretty flowers, Mary sat outside and cried big tears that fell on the soft ground. She wondered if she would ever see her best friend again and hear his kind voice. But deep inside her heart, she remembered his special promise that he would rise again like the sun in the morning. Mary's love made her the first one to return on Sunday morning with sweet spices to honor him. What promise would help you be brave like Mary when things feel hard? Can you whisper a promise to Jesus right now?
Early Sunday morning, while the birds sang cheerful songs in the trees and the sun peeked over the hills, Mary ran as fast as she could to the tomb and found the big stone rolled away. The tomb was empty inside, with only soft light shining. Two angels appeared and asked why she was crying with such sad eyes. Then she turned around and saw a man she thought was the gardener with flowers in his hands. Her heart pounded with excitement and a little confusion, like a drum beating super fast.
The man said her name softly, Mary, and suddenly she knew it was true. It was Jesus, alive and shining with joy like the brightest star. He was her special friend, risen from the dead just like he promised. Mary fell to her knees and laughed with happy tears streaming down her face like rain on a sunny day. Jesus had kept his promise and come back to life for her. How would you feel if your best friend came back to life just for you, little friends? Would you dance, shout hooray, or give the biggest hug ever? Jesus gave Mary the most important job in the whole world. Go and tell my friends I am alive. Mary ran as fast as her feet could carry her to the disciples and shouted the good news with a big, happy voice. She became the very first person to share the Easter message that changed everything forever. Because of her friendship with Jesus, the whole world learned that love is stronger than death and sadness. Isn't that the most wonderful news you have ever heard? Little friends, Mary Magdalene shows us that anyone can be Jesus' special friend, no matter who you are. She was brave, kind, and never gave up, even on the hardest days. Your call to action is simple and fun. This week, talk to Jesus like a friend every single day. Say thank you for the sunshine, ask for help when you feel scared, and tell someone else about his love with a big smile. Will you be Jesus' friend too and follow him on your own adventures? Say yes with me. Dear Jesus, thank you for being our special friend, just like you were to Mary Magdalene long ago. Help us stay close to you every day, be brave like Mary, and share your love with everyone we meet. Amen, little friends. Now go explore with Jesus in your heart.
Thank you for watching Little Hearts for Jesus. Remember to like, subscribe, and share these stories with your family and friends. God bless you.